everyone, it's Stacey. Before you watch this video, I just wanted to do a little disclaimer. So at the end of it, I kind of refer to there being, I say that I've never done a diet where it's guaranteed to lose weight like this. Now, obviously, you can't make any guarantees with anything, but the average is a stone a month. Now, I did 3 stone in 13 weeks, so I was just above average with weight loss, not below average, whatever, you know what I mean. There's no guarantees, you know, there's lots of different things that affect it, but if you stick to it wholeheartedly, you don't have any medical conditions, the general thing that people say is it's about a stone a month, give or take. But what I meant was there was a certainty to this when I went into it. I just wanted to say it because I didn't want anyone to come back and be like, well, you guaranteed 3 stone in 3 months. You can't guarantee anything, but I felt like there was a guarantee with it when I started, which helped my mind to keep focus. Anyway, enjoy the video and I will see you all later. Hi everyone, it's Stacey Keller here. So I am now a qualified one-to-one consultant. Very, very excited. I've got my flute of fizzy water, celebrating. No, that is a hack, by the way. It's all about the vessel. So whatever you drink, like I always, on a weekend, like have nice glasses. Makes a difference. It's like bottled beer and canned beer. Bottled beer tastes better than canned. What is that about? Water in a flute tastes better than water not in a flute. Anyway, everyone keeps asking me, because I lost 3 stone in 13 weeks on one-to-one, and I'm now at 3.5 stone. And everyone asks me what are my top tips. So I thought, you know what? Do a cheeky video and I'll tell you. I'll have to try and remember them. There's loads of things, so I'll just have a little waffle, tell you what comes into my head, and then I'll probably do a few more videos later when I've remembered the stuff that I've forgotten. So number 1 is water. Drink loads of water. I made a rule, so I call it the water rule. Now for me, I work better if I kind of make little rules in my own head. So I made the rule that I had to drink 2 pints of water before I had my next meal or product. I'm just gonna go let my dog in. So yeah, 2 pints of water before each meal or product. That way you force yourself to get the water in. Otherwise you get to the end of the day and you think, oh my god, I've not drunk anything. But it's not good for you to down like 5 pints of water. It's dangerous. So I used to usually finish a product and get in the habit of having a pint after I'd eaten, and then I'd try to remember to have another pint before my other product, but quite often I'd stand by the sink chugging a pint of water before I could have my meal, because I was thinking I'm hungry, but I'm not allowed it until I have this pint of water. So that's that. Number 2 is mindset. Focus on your mind above everything, because your mind is the thing that controls you. This is a mental battle most of the time. If you know, the first few days of one-to-one, you do feel hungry. There's just no getting away from it. But it goes. For me, it went like day 5, I never felt hungry again. So it is a mental battle. You need to prepare yourself mentally. I said to myself, do you know what? You could be passing out. You could want to chew your arm off. You could want to kill somebody just because you're so hungry. But you, my friend, are not putting anything that isn't Cambridge related anywhere near you. So I prepared myself. I just told myself to suck it up. So that was the first thing, preparing mentally. But the main thing is to be in control of the language that you use. Stay positive, because your thoughts become your reality. If you are sat there going, I'm starving, I feel hungry, oh my God, you are going to be starving and you're going to feel hungry. For me, I reprogrammed myself. I was like, yes, I'm hungry. That means my fat is dissolving. I'm getting thinner. Every bit of hunger that I felt, I thought, yes, it's working. But it's that thing, training your mind to turn things round, because we can be quite negative about ourselves, particularly the self-talk, the negative self-talk. It's got to end. Listen, I know more than most. I felt horrific about myself. Like, I was very self-deprecating. I was not a fan of myself when I started this diet. But I knew I had to stop talking to myself in a way that I would never speak to anyone else. I tell some people, you know, just wear a bobble around your wrist, and every time you go to say something negative like, oh, I can't do this, or oh, I'm rubbish, ping it, and in your head, turn it around and say the exact opposite. And eventually you'll ping it that many times, you'll be like, my God, I'm so negative about myself. And eventually you'll start checking yourself before it happens. I've been known to stop myself mid-sentence and be like, nope, not going to talk to myself like that. And these things help, because the way that we talk to ourselves, the way that we feel about ourselves, contributes to how we treat ourselves. And if we want to become healthier, we've got to treat ourselves well. The next thing, affirmations. So this sounds a bit woo-woo, but we'll go there. So an affirmation is like a power statement, so a positive statement about yourself. So think about what you want to be, how you want to be. So for me, it was all to do with discipline, and feeling and looking fabulous. So I'm disciplined and focused. I can do anything I set my mind to, and I look fabulous. That would have been my mantra. And what I would do was, at the very least, I would say it every day. I did actually start writing it down, and I read in a book and it said, write your affirmation down 15 times every morning. And it will start reprogramming you. Now, it makes sense to me because your subconscious mind gets programmed through repetition. So doing that not only starts, it starts sinking in, because your subconscious mind's like a computer. It just absorbs what is around it and what it experiences on a repetitive basis. So it makes sense that if you write something down 15 times, even if you don't believe it, eventually your mind starts seeing that as a normal thing. The other thing is, it sets your day off really well, because you're setting your intention. You're saying, I am this disciplined person, I am, and I look fabulous. And you know what? It's not a bad way to start your day. The next thing, ditch the word try. Oh, I've banned that word from my vocabulary, because the word try, I will try to stick to it. I will try to do that. The word try is a get out clause, and subconsciously it makes you less committed. So just ditch the word try. Even if you don't believe it, just say, I will do this. I will do that. The other thing, last thing, I've probably forgotten loads of stuff, but my last big thing is that struggles are symptoms of success. You are going to have temptation all around you. And you're going to find it hard. There's going to be, for me, Saturdays, they were my struggling point, because I associated Saturdays with wine and takeaways. I also associated them things with fun, which, it needed unraveling. But you're going to come across these struggles. But let me tell you, it's in these times of struggle that when you make the right choice for, when you choose what you want most over what you want now. So in front of you, you've got a takeaway, you've got wine. You want them. You do want them. It's natural. But what you want most, and what will make you feel the best, is getting to your goal. So in those moments where you feel weak and you feel like, oh, I could kill for that glass of wine, the minute that you make the decision not to have the wine is where the biggest transformations happen. That is where the success lies, because the next day, as much as it will pain you, and my top tip there is to just say no. Like, just say no really quick. No. Do you want to what? No. Do you want? No. No. Just say no, because the first no is the hardest. The minute that you pause is the minute that your brain starts to convince you that it's a good idea. And do you know what? A little sneaky wine won't harm me. It will. It will harm your goal. So don't do it. But the minute that you choose to do the right thing for your goal, you will wake up the next day and you will be so proud of yourself. In the time, you'll be fuming. You'll be fuming, especially if your husband or your partner or someone is sat there enjoying a glass of wine in front of you. You might be fuming. You might not, because you might be doing the positive thing, and you might be thinking, do you know what? You might be right smug, but there's a good chance you're going to be fuming. The next day you will wake up and you will be so proud of yourself. You will feel amazing because you will know you are one step closer to that goal of yours. So you'll feel amazing. Your self-worth will have increased. Your self-esteem will have increased. And you will feel great. And then you just need to rinse and repeat. Just keep doing that. Just keep doing it. And in the times that it's the toughest, that is the time that it matters the most. When you decide that you want your goal over that moment, when you do that a couple of times, you have cracked it. You, honestly, once you've done it a few times and you feel amazing about yourself the next day, you've cracked it. So they're my top tips. I'll probably do more videos because I will have forgotten loads of stuff, but just choose what you want most over what you want now. What you want now, there's lots of temptations. There'll be lots of stuff in front of you that you want. All that stuff will make you feel good for about 20 minutes and then you'll feel worse. But if you say no to it and choose your goal, I always say to people, with like the one-to-one diet, you are guaranteed kind of results that I've never been guaranteed before. I've done every diet going. So I knew if I stuck to it wholeheartedly, that in 12 weeks I'd lose around 3 stone. So that were an incentive for me. And I always say to people, imagine that every day you stick to your diet, you are getting an imaginary coin. And you have earned that coin. And then in 12 weeks, you can cash that coin in and that coin will equate to your 3 stone loss. So it's about you can't necessarily see what you're doing and what you're achieving, but every time you choose your goal, you are achieving it. You are stepping towards achieving it. And you just need to remember that, that wine, that takeaway, yeah, they'll feel great. I'm not going to sit here and say they won't feel great for that 10 minutes. They will. You'll neck it, you'll ram it in your mouth like I always did back in the day, and you'll be like, oh, it's amazing. Straight after it's finished, you'll feel horrible. The next day you'll feel even worse. It's a cycle. Break the cycle, choose what you want most over what you want now. You can do it.